Okay, so I just got off seeing Black Adam, and I'm gonna give you guys what seems to be a hot take here, but I think Black Adam was a decent movie. This is gonna be a spoiler-free review, so I went into this movie with really low expectations with everything I've read and seen. Maybe that's what kind of helped me actually have a good time in this. You know, for the first half of Black Adam, I didn't feel like they gave his character really good motivation or give an idea of what he was doing. He just kind of fell flat to me. However, he does get further motivation the further we go into this movie, and that helps really elevate those moments. And I think with more time, Dwayne Johnson can really nail this character's design. So I'm excited for the future, and I am glad that he is Black Adam. This movie really does have some great action moments. It looks very Man of Steel-like. There's a couple of moments though when the CGI is, let's say, not good, but those moments weren't too bad and they drag you out of the movie. My favorite part about this movie is the JSA. Every single character from the JSA was so well done. I thought they were really well acted, really brought this charisma to the movie. I almost wish that it had been a JSA movie with Black Adam also, but I understand why it had to go this way. I think the obvious standouts in this movie are going to be Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate and Aldous Hodge as Hawkman, but Quintessa Swindle is great as Cyclone, and Noah Centineo is a pretty fun Atom Smasher. I really liked Aldous Hodge as Hawkman. I hope we get to see more of this character over time. Then Pierce Brosnan just knocks it out of the park. He brings this sort of elegance and magic to Dr. Fate. I can't lie, it was a near perfect casting. Now let's get into some negatives about this movie. The beginning and the end are kind of the worst parts of this movie, but about the middle of the movie, maybe even 3/4 of the way, are really that sweet spot. But the very beginning, you're kind of gonna have to drudge through. This movie does feel like an early 2000s comic book movie. There's nothing groundbreaking. There's not anything that's going to change the comic book movie formula here. If anything, they really just copy and paste the formula. They also had these really jarring moments where they would take contemporary music and put it into this film during fight scenes, and none of those moments worked for me. My other big nitpick here is the villain. There is nothing about him that I care about. That's probably the worst CGI of the movie. They try and connect the dots from his past, and that's supposed to like make us have a connection with this character, but I could have cared less about this villain. There is of course an after credit scene, and it is a very good after credit scene. That is if you haven't already seen or heard about it. DC and Dwayne Johnson have pretty much spoiled it already at this point, which really sucks. It would have been a great moment if it just not had been spoiled, but the after credit scene is very good and worth watching just for that. Overall, I really had a good time. Is it a perfect movie? No, not even close. Overall, I think if you go into this movie with low expectations, you'll be pleasantly surprised. This movie has great action, decent funny moments, and the JSA are enough to really go see this movie. It really is every bit of a comic book movie. I just wish it had been a comic book movie that was more pushing it forward, because it did feel a little outdated. But maybe that's just me. What did you all think? Are you gonna go see it this weekend?